Sanmanan. So my brother and I were busy chatting um, just about people and how people are opportunists and how people can be jerks and how people can be bullies. So then he wrote a post on Twitter, around the things that we were discussing, where my views were: if you are met with a bully in your life, the only way I've seen this 1,000 times over is that you have to bully the bully. You thinking you can walk away from a bully doesn't work that way. A bully will follow you. A bully will follow you and continue bullying you. So what we were talking about essentially is that we were talking about single parents and how some of the fathers bully the mom, how he might not pay maintenance, he might not want to see his kids, he washes his hand, he walks away, and we were saying, Witty, one of the ways that the mother can, quickly resolve that problem is by bullying that type of personality back. Okay, here are your kids, and then don't pay maintenance. Let him feel that pain, let him go through it so that he can actually say, oh shit, can't it's this painful. Some mothers withhold, if that's the right word, access to fathers. Some mothers don't want to. If you get that off chance that you can get your child, take your child, go on a beautiful trip to Durban. No, mama, let her feel what it feels like to not have access to her kids. When she wants to video call, also don't ngaibambi phone, because it's so painful once you've gone through it. And I'm not saying this is all single parents or co-parenting, whatever the case is. I'm saying, in those cases where people are using the kids to fight, like really, guys, I'm not saying use the kids as weapons. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say we need to find a way for the bully, whoever the bully may be in that case, to also feel that pain. I taught for 10 years, so I've seen all types of bullies: short, tall, fat, skinny, and I've heard so many different schools and their bullying policy and all that rubbish things that schools come with. Oh, the bully is going through insecurities, there might be problems at home. Okay, sharp. Let's assume that that's all true. Let's say that the bully is going through, they're getting bullied at home, whatever the case may be. Do you want that person bullying your child? I wouldn't want them bullying my child. So again, as much as you are hurting, as much as you are going through things, everybody's hurting. Everybody's going through things. And if you want to take out your shit on me, yes, sis, you will feel the wrath. I will come hard. If you go low, I'll go lower. If you go, I'll go down to the basement. So for me, you're not going to bully me. I hate bullies. So if you bully me, I'm going to bully you times 100, And I was saying to my brother, Guti, with some of these women who are withholding the kids, when you get your weekend that month, keep the child. Keep that child. Tell the mom, if they want the child, they must come fetch the child. Let's go. Also land. When the parent comes through, not spend, love the child, man. Don't use the child, but you want the mom to also feel the pain. Take your beautiful child, give it to the father who's not paying maintenance. Let him feel what it's like for the child to say, Baba nglambil, Baba, I don't have shoes, Baba, I don't have, so that he can stop bullying you into doing things that the way that he wants them done. Bullies understand one thing: violence. Violence doesn't have to be physical, guys. Violence doesn't have to be umshayo. That's not always the case. But surely we tired of jerks, we tired of losers, we tired of all these things. And if it's in the form of violence where your child is getting bullied, then fucking teach your child how to fight. Teach your child how to fight. If you're a single mom, I know that may be challenging because physical violence may not always be something that females go to as a go-to in terms of parenting. They might say it, whatever the case may be, but find an uncle, a cousin, a judo, a MMA, or whatever the case is, that your child knows how to defend themselves. I was talking to one of the teachers at my boys' school, and they were saying, Wuti, they've got a great bullying policy. You go tell an adult, or you go tell a teacher, and if it gets bad, you go tell the headmistress, whatever the case. And I was like, well, that's great. That's fairly, that's what you should say in terms of a policy point. That's not what I tell my kids. I tell my kids that if someone touches you in a way that I'm shy, no one's gonna bully you. Okay, you can go tell the teacher, but okay, the bully comes and hits me. I must now cry all the way to principal, who God knows if the bully bullies me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and Tisha Baseko, well, bully them back. You think the bully's gonna let you? A bully is looking for weakness. Once they sniff weakness, they will take advantage over and over and over. Your deadbeat dad, baby daddy, your deadbeat baby mama. Once they sniff that, they will bully you into submission. They will want exactly what they want, their terms. You've got no middle ground. I want this, 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 this. You'll have to pay maintenance 100,000. Meanwhile, you're earning 10K. You'll have to break your back. You'll have 3 kids and this guy doesn't give you 1 cent. You'll have no access to your kids. Why? Because you're trying to play by the rules of the bully. You cannot afford to play by the rules of the bully. If a person is bullying you, bully them back. I know they'll say an eye for an eye makes the world blind. I know all of that. But there's a reason why people don't just bully the USA. There's a reason why you don't just bully the UK. Why? Because if you touch them, they'll hit you 100 times harder. As we're seeing right now what's happening in the Middle East, if one person touches Israel, it is 100 times harder. So you just need to make sure. I'm not promoting violence. I'm saying fuck bullies. I'm saying these bullies, these jerks, these dicks, they need to stop. And the only language that they understand is same energy. And foot's not even same, times 100. I wanted to say something around moms. What was I talking about? Because they're talking about physical violence. And and they were saying, no, but oh mama. And oh mama means so well, hey. Oh mama have the best intentions. But I think sometimes they really struggle with raising boys. Not because their heart is not in the right place, but because mama as a tortoise, she can't bring up a turtle. They might look the same. A tortoise and a turtle look very much similar, but the best tortoise, unfortunately, won't even raise, like, uzoyenzani. That's why you're seeing a lot of our sisters being so strong in society, our sisters having jobs, bafundile osisiphethu, for properties osisiphethu, are doing all these amazing things. But they lost, they are lost. And a lot of them end up physically trying to harm our sisters. A lot of them end up being deadbeats, baby daddies. A lot of them, either the ones that make it through, they become these soft simps where the woman then bullies them into submission. And it's all these type of things. And I'm like, Santanda bo mama, but sometimes you need to actually tell your kids and teach your kids, should they get bullied in life, they need to bully 10 times back. This thing of, if something happens, tell mama. Yeah, tell mama after you've also just dominated it. Whether you dominated verbally, dominated physically. Obviously, amongst little boys, the moment you try and verbally, boys will tease a little bit different from what I've seen from little girls. So if you are raising little boys, just understand that violence, physical violence, is in the realm of little boys. It differs the way that the violence with females, it's quite different from what I've seen at school settings. It's more verbal, it's more passive aggressive, it's more manipulating, gossipy, kind of exclusion type of thing. Whereas the Bafana Bala. And even when you grow up with a lot of these co-parenting, you see a lot of moms that tend to be very manipulating, passive aggressive. They tend to be very sharp, sarcastic in the way they speak to their baby daddies. Whereas then this guy who's a loser also just doesn't know, and then might do something as disgusting as physically harming or so. But again, reading all those comments around bullying, some people understand it, some people don't. Guys, we cannot have a society of bullies. Whether we're getting bullied by the government, whether you're getting bullied by the law officers, whether you're getting bullied by criminals. We have to do something as a community. It starts with you. Whoever's watching this video, understand which we can no longer be bullied. You can't be bullied by your baby daddy. You can't get bullied by your baby mama. You can't get bullied at school. You can't get bullied at work. You need to ensure which you look after yourself. You defend yourself. You find a way to say, no more. Not me. Hade. Anyway, guys, Yantanda, my kids are about to come running in here. So have yourselves a fantastic day. Sharp. Like, subscribe, share. Etera.